Footnote to Youth by Jose Garcia Villa.
The sun was salmon and hazy in the west. Dodong thought to himself that he would tell his father about Teang after he had unhinged the carabao from the plow and went home.
Will, I will tell my father. What if he refuses? What if he don't understand me?
Dodong was hesitant at first, but then he decided to tell it to his father.
I will tell it to him. I will tell him.
Dodong unhinged the carabao, fed it and led it to its shed. On his way home, a thought popped into his mind. He was 17. He had pimples on his face. His upper lips were already dark, meaning that he had already a grown up. He suddenly felt big and that he could do anything. He walked faster, feeling persuaded with his thought. In the cool sundown, he thought young dreams of himself and Teang. Teang, his girl, she had a small brown face and small black eyes and straight glossy hair.
Oh, Tiang, you're so beautiful that you even make me dream in the day.
It was dusk when he got home. He and his parents sat down on the floor around the table to eat. After eating, her mother went out to wash the dishes, while his father was out. Dodong said effortlessly and without self-consciousness that he will marry Teang.
I am going to marry Tiang.
After hearing these words, silence covered the whole room. His father looked at him silently. Dodong was uncomfortable but later felt angry about his father who was just looking at him saying nothing. He repeated it again, twice.
I will marry Tiang. I will marry Tiang.
His father kept gazing at him in silence.
I asked her last night and she said yes, and now I want your permission.
His father replied to him with a question.
Must you marry Dodong?
Dodong resented his father's question. He thought that his father was selfish because he himself had married early, but later he got confused.
You are very young, Dodong.
I'm 17.
That's very young to marry.
I want to marry Tiang. Tiang's a good girl.
Tell your mother.
You tell her, Tatay.
Dodong, tell your inay.
You tell her.
Alright, Dodong. Alright.
You will let me marry Tiang?
If that is your wish, of course.
Happiness overflowed in Dodong's eyes. Dodong stood in a sweltering noon heat. He was profusely sweating that his clothes were damp. He cannot stand inside in the house because he felt afraid of it. He was also afraid of Teang, who was giving birth in the house. He is hearing screams that chilled his blood. He began to wonder if child's birth was really painful.
In a few moments I will be a father. A father.
He heard his mother's voice from the house.
Come up, Dodong, it is over.
His mother called again.
Dodong?
He turned to look again and this time saw his father beside his mother.
It's a boy.
His father said as he beckoned Dodong to come up. Dodong felt more embarrassed and did not move. He wanted to hide from them, to run away.
Dodong, you come up. You come up.
He stood still, not moving anything.
Dodong? Dodong?
His father thrust his hand in his and gripped it gently.
Son.
Dodong?
Their voices were so kind it flowed into him, making him strong.
Tiang?
She's sleeping, but you go in.
His father led him into the small sawali room. Dodong saw Teang, his girl, his wife, sleeping on the papag. As much as he wanted to touch the pale face of Teang, he stopped himself from doing it. The hilot was wrapping the child when Dodong heard it cry. This voice touched his heart and filled it with joy.
You give him to me.
Blas was not the only child. Many more came. Dodong felt angry with himself, but Teang was not complaining. She was thin and shapeless now. Even if she was young, she got a lot of work to do. Washing, cleaning, cooking, taking care of the children. Sometimes she cried, wishing she had not married.
I wish I hadn't married. What if I married Lucio? Would I get a life easier than this?
But of course, she wouldn't tell it to Dodong. She loved Dodong very much, and she wouldn't want him to dislike her. Many years has passed, and from a baby, Blas was now 18. One night, he came home very happy and flustered.
You better go to sleep. It is late.
Itay,
What is it?
I'm going to marry Tuna. She accepted me and I love her.
Must you marry?
Yes,
She was silent, but he felt sad and sorry for his son.
you have no objection.
Blast man.
Long ago, youth and love did triumph for Dodong, and then life. Dodong looked wistfully at his young son in the moonlight. He felt extremely sad and sorry for him. Don't make decisions without thinking about it first, especially if it's marriage. This story is for the youth of our generation, that their eyes may be open to reality. Remember, youth must triumph now. Love must triumph now. Afterward, it's life.